I spent the other day at Evelyn's to help with repairs on her roof. That's part of life in the valley, away from a major city or town. When your neighbor asks for help, you give it. Even if your neighbor is a foolish witch that's experimenting with things that ought not be experimented with. I knew the basilisk was a bad idea from the moment she secretly hatched it in my chicken coop. And now, look where it's gotten her. Nearly half a roof gone with winter on its way. Anyways, it wasn't too complicated of a repair job. Fortunately, the exploding potion missed the major support beam that runs down the center of her cottage. So I just had to replace a couple of planks and cover them and then thatch the newly rebuilt roof. It took me a full day's work after I assessed the situation and gathered supplies the day prior. Evelyn spent her day doing work around the portion of her house that wasn't uncovered. Not sure exactly what she was up to. She spent several hours writing in a large leather notebook and then reading prior entries. After that, she went out and tended her garden. I was particularly interested to see the sorts of plants she grew in her garden. Most of them I could recognize, of course. She had an extensive herb garden with lavender, sage, thyme, rosemary, and basil, to name a few. She had lots of wildflowers throughout, some garlic, a stunningly large and purple artichoke plant as well, and a decent number of plants and flowers I was unfamiliar with. For example, one such plant looked like it grew upside down, with its roots above ground and when pulled, a flower underneath. After tending her garden, she began baking a pie with some apples I gave her a while back. As she was rolling out her crust, I told her I thought I knew what her mystery spice was, as well as how her pies stayed hot. She asked me what my ideas were, and I told her both questions had the same answer. Ember spore mushrooms. For just half a second, less than that even, she froze while pushing her rolling pin. Barely perceptible, which means I was right. She said that ember spore mushrooms are sour. I said, I know, but it's my guess, to which her reply was to ask if I was almost done with the roof. I almost was, and just finished after the pie finished baking. She served me a slightly smaller than usual slice, which was all the evidence I needed to confirm I had figured out her secret spice. Like, follow, and comment for more tales from the Fantasy Farm.